Guys, the time has finally come. I'm officially starting my Goldfrapp album journey, and of course, first up is Felt Mountain, starting off with Lovely Head, of course. Let's get right into it. I mean, already, I just have to say, what a statement to start your album, your debut album, with this.
Studs in my belly, then up to my heart, into my mouth. I can't keep it shut. Do you recognize the smell? Is that how you tell us apart?
So unsettling, so dreamy.
Myself to sleep and dream. Nobody's here, no one but me. So cool, you're hardly there. Why can't this be killing you? Frankenstein, I want your mind, your lovely head.
So, what perfect timing on my part to be listening to this at the start of spooky season. Like, it is currently October 1st. Ah, I'm so excited.
Your lovely hand.
Again, I mean, what a freaking statement to start the album off like that. I hate to bring another artist into this, and I don't mean this as a comparison at all, but the best way I could describe Lovely Head is if a George Michael track from, like, Listen Without Prejudice was abducted by aliens. And I mean that as a compliment. But you know, electronic elements aside, that song is just made to be performed live. The string arrangement is so stunning. But let's see where we go from here. Paper Bag. Is that a harpsichord?
No time to fuck. you like the rush? Where would we be with our songs, tears for me?
I have goosebumps.
Brown paper bag makes for a head when it rains on your head. Make cheers for that. When the world stops for snow, when you laugh, I'm inside your mouth, sucking the sun, pebbles and paths with the weight of your tear when I forgot. Brown paper bag makes for a hat when it rains on your head. Make cheers for that. When stops for snow, when you laugh, I'm inside.
Okay, if we're getting strings in a majority of these songs, I will be a happy camper. I'm fine either way, but so far, loving the instrumentation.
Feels a tear.
Oof.
When you laugh, I'm inside your
I mean, once again, I felt like I was floating on a cloud for 3 minutes. And while I'm expecting there to be some sort of shift sonically in one of the coming songs, I would be completely fine staying on this cloud for the rest of the album. To be fair, they could absolutely add in some punchy drums on one of these songs and still leave me floating on a cloud. But what's really getting me is Allison's vocal delivery. It takes incredible skill to sing as softly and as controlled as she is on these songs so far, but also the emotion she's pouring into it. She is truly a siren. All right, next up, Human.
They fall from your mouth, propelled by your belly and your tongue. I shiver when you say, and I fall into jelly.
Jeez, that bass is intense.
I loved you more
Ouch.
My baby, cherry slim, pass me through your fingertips, throw me down like an old rag. That's the
I don't think I've ever heard Old Rag be sung so beautifully.
Are you human or a gun? Are you human?
So many percussive elements. They're like tickling my ears.
Are you human? That you make it up? They went searching for your body. They went looking, but there's nobody who smells like you, who looks like you.
Wait a second. Okay.
You're not human to
I hate to interrupt, but serious question. No, I have not looked into this, but to my knowledge, Allison has not done a Bond song. And if I'm right about that, my question is why? Allison and Lana Del Rey. There's no excuse at this point. Make it happen.
Are you human or a gun? Are you human that you make it up? Are you human or a gun? Are you human that you make it up?
Oh, Robert Locke and Tim Norfolk. I've heard both of those names before. Can't place where I've heard them though. Okay, listening to these songs, I just cannot imagine them not having so much fun producing these tracks. The way they're playing with these sounds is so fun. So it has to be a reflection of what they were feeling when putting this project together. All three of these tracks have sounded very cool. And speaking of cool, next up is Pilots, which I have of course reacted to and love.
I'm a car, sail the sky, the pink dawn. If I lived forever, you just wouldn't be so beautiful. watching stars. Who do we think we are?
Well, I never noticed how this song kind of feels like the sister of Lovely Head. But it's a nice callback to Lovely Head sonically,
Some clouds
especially with it being in the middle of the album.
outside. Rain just falls. A magic hour. It's just the sound of you and me. Time twitching. Mama's song. Our friend
Love those keys.
we're pilots watching stars. The world preoccupied. We're pilots watching stars. Who do we think we are? It's just the sound of you and me.
Speaking of putting this project together, I appreciate them so much for giving these songs time to breathe, like proper intros and outros. I feel like we lost our way with that a bit with pop music in the early 2010s. Well, the late 2010s, actually. But I think we're finding our way back to longer tracks. I don't want to go on a rant about TikTok or, the TikTokification of music, but my point is, I'm glad we're getting back to this. Like, I would be heartbroken if all of these songs were like 2 minutes long. This is not that type of album. Also, I really hope there's some sort of footage available to watch of them in the studio. Doesn't have to be for any of the songs on this album, but I would just love to see behind the scenes of their creative process because I am beyond curious. But yeah, love Pilots just as much as the first time I heard it. Can't wait to hear it live. And next up, Dear Stop.
And I long to go as the deep.
Love that filter on her vocal.
You choose light is the
Oh, they've already faded out of it.
don't choke on dear Stapleton in a shell. Should chance some this
I see. So they're going in and out with the vocal filter. Goosebumps are back. Well, that's a strong contender for a top 3 track, but we'll see. What I will say is that's a perfect example of why I would love to see footage of them in the studio, and why I am imagining that they had fun recording this album and producing it, because it's so cool that Allison got to be so experimental with her vocals there. Also, what I'm loving about the production on these songs so far is that they are continuing the theme of contrasting these beautiful string and, jazzy arrangements with all these fun sounds that sometimes sound like robots dying. But somehow it's all beautiful. Alright guys, so next up is Felt Mountain, the title track, and I saw that it said lyrics unavailable for this song. So I did a quick little Google search, and apparently it's not because Apple Music has failed me, it's because there are no lyrics in this song. So, good to know. Is that a whip? Definitely sounds like a whip. This almost feels a bit folky, but in a dark electronic way. Oh, I love that she just jumped the octave there. You know, it would not surprise me if they used a very small selection of instruments and the same sounds to create all of these songs. This feels very intentional. But I'm just guessing. Okay, so I did see on Genius that they had a little quote from Allison, I believe, regarding the track, and I'm going to go read that. The Genius annotation says, Felt Mountain is composed of light yodeling, lip crack sounds, and strings. I was right. Awesome. Okay, in an interview with Yahoo Music, Allison said, Felt Mountain was this idea of a wolf being whipped in this little Tudor house overlooking a snowy landscape, and that turns into someone yodeling. I can't put it all into words. Well, no need to. No need to. The music itself was more than enough. I do really love instrumental tracks because it gives me even more of an opportunity to let my imagination run wild. And next up is Oompa Radar. Okay. Well, this feels a bit French. Okay, now I'm getting a bit of a circus vibe. Doesn't feel unsettling though. This feels kind of optimistic. now that I've said that, watch Allison have a quote somewhere saying, like, I wrote this about someone dying. That would be my luck. Okay, you know, with the circus vibe, now I'm wondering if Oompa is a reference to Oompa Loompas. I don't think it's a stretch. Okay, I can imagine this sounding really awesome being performed by an actual live orchestra. Okay, I am going to check and see if there is any quote about that track. Okay, so the annotation says, an otherworldly brass band that sounds like it could have come out of a demented circus carnival alternates with Goldfrapp's minimalist singing. Well, caught on to the circus vibe there. The song features a flugelhorn solo. Ah, so that's what that's called. I've always wondered. And a cuckoo clock that's used to switch between tempos. I did forget to mention the tempo switch. I thought that was really cool as well. It was inspired by Roman Polanski's Cul-de-sac, which I've never heard of, so had to look that up as well. Apparently, it's a 1966 British black comedy psychological thriller film. I love learning about song references and what inspired the tracks on an album, so I'm glad I looked those two previous tracks up. But next up, Utopia.
It's a strange day. No colors or shapes. No sound in my head. I forget who I am when
By the way, guys, whenever you see me looking off to the side of my screen, I'm just adjusting the volume in my headphones.
I'm wired to the world.
Wait a second. There was a lyric about being wired in a previous song.
Know everything. I'm super brain. That's how they made me. Fascist baby, utopian.
By the way, these are easily the most intense drums we've gotten so far. So interesting that we're getting this late in the album. Actually, I'd say this is the most intense instrumentally overall. I'm pretty sure I reacted to the music video very recently. It's nice to finally hear it in the context of the album, and considering how intentional everything else has felt. I would imagine making Utopia the penultimate track was also very intentional, and perhaps the more intense production is a reflection of that. Also, with the song being sort of a commentary on everyone striving for perfection, and her singing Fascist Baby Utopia in the chorus, I cannot help but think of the Barbie movie, specifically the scene where Barbie goes to the school and gets called out by the girls. She gets called a fascist. Oh, that was great. But I digress. Last track, Horse Tears. Not crocodile tears. Not alligator tears. Horse tears.
Night has fallen, mute and cold. My horse is crying. But you know there's time. But you know there's time. But you never mind. Keep you listening.
Whoa. How do they keep getting me with these sounds? I should expect the unexpected at this point. I mean, that sounds like an organ with a sore throat.
You are darling, and you're the one that you're forever, and distant, but you know that there's truth, and you love the man.
I love how she's playing with the dynamics of her voice on this track.
Is to come, but you love the tears, and you love the tears.
Also, there's some kind of
Still
shimmery, like saturation on her voice or something. It sounds quite shimmery. And when she belts loudly, it sounds like her mic is like clipping, but I think that's also, well, I know that's also intentional. She's basically harmonizing with alien versions of her own voice. Okay, so interestingly, I just looked on Genius to see if there was anything notable regarding Horse Tears, with it being the album closer, and lyrically it does seem pretty straightforward. You know, it's very sad, and it seems like it's about someone suffering a heartbreak of some sort. But what I find so interesting is in the Genius annotation, it says, "It seems as if the song is very personal, as Allison has performed it very few times compared to most of the album. And when Allison tried to talk about the song in an interview with Yahoo Music, it went nowhere. She said, 'That is a lovely song, really. Yeah, a love song. I can't say any more.'" Very fascinating. Just wanted to share that. I will fully admit, I did not pay as much attention to the lyrical content as I would have liked to, but I was so overwhelmed by what was happening sonically, which I kind of expected going into this, because if you haven't noticed in all my previous Goldfrapp reactions, I've been pretty blown away by the production on the songs, and of course the visuals. And speaking of the production, something else I find so interesting is that Allison's vocals at no point felt to me like they were fighting for space in any of these songs, which is so impressive with everything that's going on around her voice on all of these tracks. Her voice stood out when it needed to, in songs like Lovely Head and Horse Tears, and with the production on many of these songs, she was just using her voice as an instrument in the background. I cannot wait to continue this album journey and see how their sound evolves, and eventually get to Allison's solo work. But as for Felt Mountain, my current top 3 would have to be Lovely Head, Pilots, and Deer Stop. Guys, let me know what you thought of the album and what your top 3 tracks are. That's all for this one though. Until next time.